I started training at 18. I was going to school for criminal justice. I wanted to be a police officer. So for me, obviously being more muscular was something that I wanted to do. I grew up on a farm. Actually, when I was really young, I started working on the farm and developed a body that people assumed was built by weights, but I actually just did a lot of labor work. So I got a lot of recognition from that. So I think that alone, people always say to me, "Do you lift weights?" or you have a nice body. It made me get acclimated to the looking at bodybuilding magazines and that kind of stuff, and I kind of took the step when I joined the gym my 18th birthday and started towards I think progression. I think when you see your body progress, you really kind of get more motivated. Obviously, when you have success at something, you want to further and do better at that. So for me, it was easy progression. I grew very quickly, and I competed 6 months after I first started training, and I won a competition. So for me, it came naturally, and I had great success. If I'm home in Las Vegas training, I usually train 5 days a week, training each body part once every 5 to 7 days, pretty much 2 hours a day in the gym. The rest of the day focusing on the meal plan, which is about 7 meals a day. I don't look at the training necessarily just as something that's in the gym. I do a lot of massage therapy. I do stretching every day. I do all sorts of, kettlebells, Pilates training, anything really to further my body into development and become the best that I can possibly be. Let's be real. The last couple years, Phil really wasn't challenged very, very hard. In people's eyes, maybe the competitors think, well, I had a chance. Dexter was the biggest hype after he got second. Yeah. And he fell back, I think, last year. Third. And Sean picked up the spot. And, like I said, there's no, Sean's talking a little bit, but Phil's just staying behind the scenes doing business like he should. But at the same time, he knows he's coming to win the title again.
Yeah, he's confident.
So Kai Green coming. Listen, Kai has his reasons for not competing. I don't blame him if he does or he doesn't. But maybe he feels like, I know he probably doesn't compete because he's just like, I'm not treated fairly, meaning, he felt he was close a couple of times, but I wouldn't have given up if I was Kai Green. I would definitely, he's big enough to come back, but Kai Green's not a young guy either. Yeah, but I think he's more focused on business right now. I think that's where his head's at, which is smart. I know he's doing some production stuff now. Yeah. And I know myself. People used to ask why I didn't do or whatever, but we can't. Yeah, we can't look at anyone's business and say, well, he's crazy for not doing it, because it takes a lot to go into a bodybuilding show, especially the biggest show in the world when you're a contender. But I think really they need Kai Green. He's still the most popular bodybuilder in the world right now. Let's be real. The movie just came out. He's still the main star of Generation Iron 2, which is in a lot of theaters around the world. He's still probably the most social media guy. He has more than me on Instagram and not on Facebook, but it's like, he's still it, Yeah. And they need someone to stand next to Phil Heath that can challenge him. Yeah. And I think he's really the only one that can do that right now.
But if you put yourself in Kai's shoes, and you're still in your prime, and you still feel like you have a shot to win, do you think he's doing himself a disservice by not competing? You never gave up, just like you said. You never gave up, as close as you came, and every time it really hurt not to win. You weren't gonna let them win, meaning like.
I don't know. Listen, Phil's dominant, so. Yeah. If you ask me straight out, Kai Green at his best or Phil Heath at his best, Phil Heath wins every time. Okay. So it's not like, people would have thought the same thing about Ronnie and myself. The thing is Ronnie started to slip, and I picked up where Ronnie fell off. Ronnie was getting older. He's still 10 years older than me. Phil Heath's younger than Kai Green, so he's going to start slipping before. And Phil Heath's still running with a lot of steam right now. So I think realistically, Kai Green owns his own supplements. He owns his own branding. He's doing, his nutritional stuff, whatever. Really, like, what are you looking at the Olympia? If the problem is his first place pays $400, second place pays $100 or whatever. Yeah. It's too much of a. Listen, if it was half of the four, it might be worth it for him. Yeah. Pick up another $200K, but he can spend $100 to get ready for the show pretty easy. So it's a wash for him. He can go travel, do his business, focus on all his acting or whatever he's doing. And he's not going to lose money. He's going to lose money going to Olympia because he has to cut the time, the 4 months to train, 5 months, whatever it is. I just, you know what? I don't think he's still as popular as ever.
Yeah.
I think people understand what he's doing, and like I said, if Phil, is at his best, he's not gonna lose to Guy Green anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't blame what he's doing right now, to be honest,
Yeah.
because he's still gonna be, he's everywhere else.
Yeah.
He's even more places.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he's traveling instead of sitting home for the 4 months.
Yeah.
And you know what? They sent an invite, but I don't know what happened in the first place. I know there was a lot of mix-up of contracts and whatever else, why he decided to bail.
Yeah.
But you know what? You want the guy to compete in all other sports or whatever. I don't know if it takes give us the guy some incentive to come or something. I don't know. It's really, I don't know what they're offering him.
Yeah.
So I can't make that decision. I can just tell you from the outside, I don't think it hurts him at all.
Yeah.
He's still going to be as popular as ever next year. These guys just come to Olympia, and truthfully, and not to be disrespectful to any of them, they all disappear after. No, we don't hear from them anymore. None of these guys are out there. Like, I mean, Sean's been traveling, doing his things at booth to booth, but like as far as like, we don't see these guys in the media as much because there is no media.
Right.
I mean, everything's disappeared. I mean, the magazines are dead.
Yeah.
I don't see any. I don't even go on forums and that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe you do, but I mean, it's stuff like now you just started this whole thing, and maybe you can get some of these guys on and give them some exposure. But besides their own social media, I mean, that's where it all is. There's no buildup of like they have a press conference 2 days before the show. They should be starting it now and doing like
Battle
like
for the
press
Olympia.
tours.
Yeah.
Like press tours. Like, hey, we're building this. Let's go to the UK. Let's go to Australia. Let's take some of the guys and start hyping the thing, sell the tickets, and try to make it a bigger show. But there's none of that going on. You see now.